Hello everybody, thank you for watching. I'm Scott Chill, and in this video we're going to cover what banks do not warn you about this little piece of plastic right here that we call a credit card. So now, let's begin. And before I start, I hope everybody doing well with this COVID-19 situation, being safe, using hand sanitizer. When I got my credit card, I was very happy. I think I was like 19, I got it for the first time. And I was like, yeah, I know what to do. I'm gonna, you swipe it, use it up, and then if I make my payments on time every month, my credit score would do well. So I got this credit card, the limit was $1,000. And it was like $800, $900 I used up out of the $1,000. So 90% usage. And I was making my monthly payments on time for about a year and a half. I was making the monthly payments, doing it, didn't miss a single payment, 100% paid. And one time I was like, let me check my credit score. I'm thinking I'm gonna be in the 750s plus. Come to find out, when I checked it, I was like in the low 600s. So I was like, oh, how is this happening when I'm paying all my payments on time? But it was one thing that the banks did not tell me when they allowed me to get this credit card, and that is the 30% rule. Now that rule is simple. You cannot use more than 30% of your credit card limit, and if you do, your credit score will begin to decrease. So let's say you have a credit of $1,000, that's your limit. The moment you go over $300, which is 30%, your credit score will begin to decrease. And the more you go over that 300, let's say you use 600, which is now 60%, the more and more and more your credit score decreases, even if you make that minimum payment every month. So that is a rule that I was never informed of. So the whole time I had the credit card, my credit score was decreasing, even though I was making these monthly payments. So you need to keep that in mind. The higher you go over that 30% mark, the more your credit score decreases, even if you're making that payment on time. So you have to utilize 30% of your credit card or less at any given time. And when you go over that, be prepared for your credit score to drop, even if you make that minimum payment. I was not informed of that when I had my credit card. So for the first year, I literally thought that I was doing beyond great with my credit card, and my credit score was going through the roof because I never really checked it. And the whole time my credit score was decreasing because I was never informed of this rule, and I was just making that payment on time and thinking I'm good to go, that I'm clear. You need to always use 30% or less of your credit card limit. So if you have 1,000, try to stay at 300 or under. If you have 10,000, 3,000 or under, and so on. The more you use over that 30%, the more your credit score will decrease. So if you're using 45% of it, when you use 90%, the bigger the decrease in the credit score, even if you make that payment on time for however long you want to make that payment on time. Your credit score will always decrease unless you get under that 30%. Well, until you get under that 30%. So that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. And if you can, comment some strategies that you using and some things that up and coming credit card holders should know or should be aware of before getting a credit card, because these banks is just not doing a good job at informing young adults on how to properly use credit cards and how to properly manage their finances in general. It's a really bad problem out here, but that's for a different video. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I got more videos coming soon as always. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe button, and see y'all next time. Thank you. Peace.